ability. Our mind can manage complexity. Please understand, the Indian mind, if it can do one thing, it can manage complexity beautifully, right? So we are faced with a complex situation. We need to manage that complexity. We can't think about it in a superficial, unsophisticated way. There are structures that we have used. The idea of Panchsheel is there. The idea of neutrality is there, right? Some version. Of course we have a relationship with the United States and we have a partnership with the United States. But we have to navigate this water. I think, the way I think about it, I like what Indira Gandhi ji once said, you know, do you lean to the left or do you lean to the right? No, we stand up straight. And I think there's a place for India there's an opportunity and a place for India to stand up straight.
Are you therefore recommending a return to multi-alignment as opposed to leaning towards the United States?
No, I'm saying pragmatically navigate the waters you're in. Look at the situation and pragmatically, taking into account your country, your requirements, your needs, the idea of prosperity, the idea of a conversation, use those fundamentals to navigate a situation that you find in front of you, right? You might find multiple ways to do it, but don't forget about your past and about your capabilities. Don't just say, "Bhaiya, theek hai, hum aise karega," and to hell with everything that you know. To hell with our history, to hell with our understanding, right? We have huge capabilities. I know, I've seen them. We have huge capabilities in our foreign affairs, foreign services. We have huge capabilities in our growing. No one's listening to them.
So in the midst of all this, we have
when you stifle conversation at the national level, you also stifle conversation in the Prime Minister's office. Please understand that. You cannot have a country that is not allowed to speak and then a Prime Minister's office that tells the Prime Minister the truth. You cannot have those two things. The Prime Minister has to have an attitude, I want to listen. And then from there, everything flows down. Our Prime Minister doesn't listen. And because our Prime Minister doesn't listen, no bureaucrat thinks he needs to listen. I was talking to some bureaucrats from Europe, and they were saying that the Indian Foreign Service is completely changed. They don't listen to anything. They're arrogant. Now they're just telling us what orders they're getting. There's no conversation. You can't do that.
But good or bad, India presumably has to live with Narendra Modi for the next 2 years. And in that scenario, how does the world tackle the Ukraine situation, and what contribution can India make towards a solution?
Look, what is Ukraine, right? If you look at it, Ukraine is the Russians saying to the Ukrainians that we refuse to accept your territorial integrity. We refuse to accept that these two districts belong to you. And we are going to attack you in these two districts to make sure that you break an alliance with NATO. To make sure that you break an alliance with the United States. That's what Putin is doing. Putin is saying, I'm not ready for you to have an alliance with America, and so I'm going to question your territorial integrity and I'm going to attack you. Please recognize the parallels between what is going on in Ukraine and what is going on in Ladakh and in Doklam. Please realize that the same idea is at play. There are Chinese forces sitting in Ladakh, there are Chinese forces sitting in Doklam. The Doklam forces are designed for Arunachal Pradesh, the forces in Ladakh are designed for Ladakh. And the same principle is there. What the Chinese are saying, we do not accept your territoriality, and please, we do not accept the relationship you have with the United States. So we have to realize that there is a problem